Hi everyone, my name is Charlene. You might have seen me on another channel, which is my business channel, Gillespie Business Services. However, I'm not on this platform regarding my business. This is mainly grown women, grown men type of stuff. I realized the last couple of years that with all my hard work and dedication, with all my schooling, licenses, certificates, everything that I have under my belt, I wasn't living the way that I wanted to live. I wasn't doing the things that I wanted to do. And I'm just like everybody else. You know, we work or we have a business and we're trying to make ends meet and trying to do the right thing, take care of our family, and as well as have a little fun as well, go on trips and what have you. But I realized last year when I turned, I don't know if I should tell you guys my age, but when I turned a year older last year, I wasn't too pleased with where my life was at. I was really, really like in a depressive state. I couldn't understand why, after all these years, I don't have what I think I should have. And then when I, dug deep, I realized, or at least I came to the realization that there was this one thing that God has been telling me to do for years. When I say years, I'm going back at least 15, 20 years. And I have never done it. I did not do it. That was to write a book. Write a book about my life experiences because I've gone through so many things at a young age and overcame them. And people would say, you should write a book. And so one day I started to write a book, and that was in 2008. However, because of the emotional roller coaster at that time in my life, I really didn't want to write a book. I just didn't, It was too much emotions, the highs and lows, just remembering the hurtful things, just remembering the place that I was emotionally. I just didn't want to go there. So I brushed it off thinking that it was me that wanted to write the book, not that it was God telling me to write the book. All right, so fast forward. We're now in 2020 when I was feeling like so depressed. Like, girl, what is going on? Your kids are grown. You don't, my youngest is 9. I got a grandson. Like, should be good now. I should be able to pick up and move wherever I want to move to, different state. But I just felt like something was holding me back and I wasn't moving forward. So after doing some soul searching, come to find out, it's because I didn't write the book. I did not write the book. And with me not writing the book, I pretty much blocked all of my blessings for those many, many years. And so I had to come to terms with the fact that all the things that I didn't get, that I prayed for, I paid forward to many people. I've tithed, I've given to homeless people, I've shared lunches with people, I've bought lunches for people, I've go the extra mile, pick up people, drop people off at the airport. Like I thought I was doing my part. No, it was the book. And so now I'm in the process of starting the book again. But then I got this little nudge on my shoulder saying, write the book. The book is going to be a great read for a lot of people. However, it's going to take you some time. In the meantime, while you're writing the book, start a channel. Talk about life experiences. Talk about the dysfunction, of people's lives, toxicity. We have people that have been homeless. We have people that have been abused. We have addictions. We have some of my things that I went through, low self-esteem, family secrets, abuse, you name it. I mean, I would want to say a lot of households have some form of dysfunction. Even families that favor kids over other kids in the family. Like, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that goes on that we don't talk about. And my channel is basically my experiences, what I've been through, what I've dealt with. But I don't mind having a dialogue with people who have been through similar things or something different, because I feel like when we talk about it, we are helping someone else. And even though I've overcome so many different obstacles in my life and I'm still standing strong at 50, okay, I give my age away, I feel like there's other people out there that can learn from the mistakes that we've made, the not being truthful to who you are. Many people don't love themselves. You know, for a long time, I thought I loved myself. I dated back in the days, raising my kids. You couldn't tell me I didn't love myself. But my definition of loving myself and God's definition of loving yourself is two different definitions, totally. Now I understand what self-love is. And each day I'm learning how to love myself and pat myself on the back when I do something good. Or if someone give me a compliment, I was so quick to say, oh, somebody says, oh, your hair looks cute. And I say, oh, this wig, or I gotta get a perm. Like, I didn't know how to just accept the compliment, you know? They would comment on my earrings or something. I say, girl, I got this from the dollar store, you know? And I took away my compliment by downing it as though it was nothing. So I had to learn to accept compliments, to praise myself when I did something good. And if a client, you know, I know when I do work for my clients, it's top grade, you know, I know that already. But I never celebrated it. So say someone got a bankruptcy discharge, you know, because I do a little bit of everything. Someone gets a discharge. That's a big thing for somebody. But for me, it was like, okay, you know, it's what I do. But I never like sat in that and say, girl, you know your stuff. You know your stuff that well that people come to you with their important confidential documentation. You prepare a bankruptcy and you got them a discharge. Like, you just wiped out like 50 grand that they don't owe anybody anymore. And you're making it sound like it's nothing. It's a big deal. And so I had to learn to accept praise, compliments, just, you know, just generally, just be happy with who I am and be happy in my skin and be grateful and thankful for the things that people say to me. So I'm learning how to do that. But there's, when I go back to telling you who I was as a little 9-year-old kid to where I'm at now, you couldn't even fathom. Which is why I guess God kept telling me, write the book, write the book. So I'm writing the book, but little bits and pieces of my life I will share in hopes of helping someone with going through a similar situation, or maybe they know someone else that's going through that situation, or maybe they just want to inquire about how it was for me going through what I went through. The dialogue needs to be open, period. There's too many people out here with mental illness who haven't been diagnosed, so they're walking around thinking that this is just who they are, when really, no. If you got diagnosed by a doctor, and you're, you know, well, being examined by a doctor, being diagnosed with, you know, bipolar or manic depression or whatever, and get treated for it, you will see the difference. But most people say, oh, that's just who I am. Oh, that's just how she is. She gets like that. And we brush it under the rug, but those are the things that if we don't deal with it, it gets bigger and bigger. And then on the news, you hear people flipped out and did stuff, shut up a store, a church, because of mental illness. So there's a lot of things that my channel is going to touch on. Some of you may agree, some of you may not agree, but I'm not focused on what you guys agree. I'm doing what God told me to do, and I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, don't watch my channel. But I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so you're going to hear that accent. Sometimes I might speak a little faster because I'm from the West Indies. You know, so bear with me. But as long as you get the message, okay? That's all that I really care about. So thank you for watching. This was just an introduction. In the next day or two, hopefully I'll have a video out, and I'll try to upload videos at least 3 times a week and have that open dialogue. But in the meantime, pray, lift that vibration up, think positive thoughts, because when you think positive things, good things, and you visualize good things, those things come back to you. When you think negatively and talk down and use bad language and think that, you know, you're in a rut, so you'll never get out of a rut, guess what? You're going to bring negativity and bad stuff to you. So with that, I don't want the rain to hit me, so I'm getting ready to leave. I'm going home. Love you guys. Be safe, and you'll see me the next time around. Take care.